Hello, everyone. Welcome to a Park Hoppin' stream. Today, we're going to be reacting to the Nintendo Direct happening in Japan, Universal Studios, and it's going to be a Donkey Kong Country exclusive. Sorry to disappoint, but there's nothing going to be mentioned about any games or the Switch 2.
Nintendo Switch 2, that's what I'm here for.
That
right?
Everyone in the chat saying it. Yeah.
Maybe.
You never know.
You never know.
That's true.
Yeah.
But I am joined by D-Day Cobra Jeremy. Hello, how are you?
Well, I'm tired, but I'm here. Krista was like demanding. She's like, get in here. I need you here for this Nintendo Direct. I don't care if you're tired. I don't care if you've got Cobra Cast. So I was like, fine, I'm sorry. So I'm here.
Mm-hmm. Well,
Krista's
thank
like,
you for
"Just be a
being here.
man."
Yeah,
She's so demanding. It's like, dude, you know? Like, damn.
Well,
Idiot.
yeah.
She's
And-
serious. When it gets to park hopping business, she's serious. She's like,
Yeah,
It's
she
hard
takes
to
this
host.
channel very
She's like,
seriously.
we're not effing around, Jeremy. She didn't say that, but she has that attitude, you know? Like, there's no time to F around. Let's get on here with park hopping and cover this. Yes, ma'am.
She might as well have said it because that's
Yeah.
the attitude.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for being here, regardless. And also, for the first time on Park Hoppin', we have
That's
Dan Vesk. Hello,
It's my
Dan.
first time in here.
It's your first time? Really?
It's my
Yeah.
first time in this channel. Yeah, because I've never been on a park in my entire life. What am I even am I
true.
doing here?
Well, for those of you wondering, like, what the heck is that musician of a Brazilian doing here?
Yeah.
Let's just say he knows more about Donkey Kong Country than I do.
I'm
and
the
I think
Donkey
he
Kong
can-
Country expert.
That's why
Yes.
he's here.
When's the last time you played
Hopeful.
through Donkey Kong Country? Because it's been forever since I played through
Bro, I
DKC.
probably
I know you
play-
played all the. You probably played it recently.
Probably
on
once
stream.
a year.
Yeah.
Probably once a year I played the
Out of
original one.
Out of the three, which one do you prefer?
I know that objectively the second one is the best.
It's considered
but
the best, yes.
My personal favorite's the first one.
Me too. Me too. It's just nostalgia, man. Like,
Yeah.
for those that don't, for the old heads or the young heads, I guess, because we're old heads. Like, Donkey Kong Country back in the day was next level, dude.
It was insane.
It
man.
was crazy, and no one expected it. Because Donkey Kong was just kind of like
we
this
had
kinda,
no idea that the Super Nintendo could do that.
yeah.
No
Well,
idea.
Can I say something really quick? So I saw this on Twitter. I'm sure you guys have as well. So right here we have the Nintendo 64 is
I heard about that.
returning in 2025 with a 4K version for $2,249.
This is not official though. It's by Analog. It's by the Analog company that does those handhelds. You know, that run Game Boy, run a bunch of games. They done this before. They done this with the NES, with the Super Nintendo. They have the famous Analog NT, which is an NES with HDMI capabilities. So yeah, it's pretty cool. But I'm very excited anyway about this. This is pretty cool.
What do you think,
Absolutely.
Jeremy, about this?
I mean, yeah, it's cool.
It's niche. Very
like
niche.
I'm very much like I'm a traditionalist when it comes to my games, my old school retro games. And so even with the N64, it hasn't necessarily aged very well by, like Super Nintendo standards or some other ones. Like you play some N64 games and they're kind of rough at this point in time, but I still appreciate the charm of the N64 on its original hardware. So that's kind of where I'm at. That's cool, but it's cool like just to have as collector's item almost, because I have like
You have a lot.
I have a lot of the like the SNES Mini, then NES Mini, but like I still would prefer just to play them on the original. You know what I mean?
I'm thinking that this is for the guy who doesn't want to waste time with a CRT TV.
Yeah.
And all that bullshit, and even playing on a modern monitor, you need a. Oh, it's hooked up. I can't show you. You need an upscaler, that sort of stuff. But this, it's simply plug and play. So it's for that kind of guy who doesn't want to waste time with all the other bullshit.
A lot of people are excited about it too. Also, side note, I did put up my tree today. You can see it in the back of my little Nintendo tree already.
Oh, it has an NES controller. Look.
It does, yeah. I have to get more for it, unfortunately. I'm so busy.
Is that
but
the
yes.
NES Mini that I see there?
Yeah, there's two. There's like the controller.
You have
and
an NES Mini?
a mini.
Mini.
Yeah. Mini. Mini?
Mini, yes, I do.
Those are not easy to find. Nintendo produced a very short
Mm-hmm.
round
I've got one.
I never got one.
Keenan, thank you so much for the $5. Says for Krista. Thank you. And we have a manager or two for the nuggets. Thank you. I do love chicken nuggets. And hello, everybody here. Welcome. We have 120 people here. Wow. Thank you all for being here. I'm really nervous because I don't normally host, but I really appreciate you all. Canman's here. Hello. Just welcoming everybody in the chat. Dougie B is here. Jet is here. Hello, everyone. Welcome, welcome. Nagernal, I see you. I'm excited. I'm really excited for this direct. It's going to be
18,000 people waiting.
That's right.
There is. Look.
That's right. So this will probably be one of the more the least viewed Nintendo Directs because it's really centrally focused on a theme park. Yeah. It's still going to generate quite the discussion, for sure. Obviously, we have Super Nintendo World that's going to be opening up here in the United States in Orlando.
Well, so that's the thing I just wanted to say. So this is Universal Studios Japan, and it's going to be centered around the Donkey Kong Country
expansion
showcase.
There.
Yes, but we're going to have one in Orlando. Yeah, so whatever.
So it's not just one ride?
Well, it's a little themed land is what they it's like a themed land that's going to expand the Super Nintendo World that's already there.
Oh, wow.
It's going to be adding to it.
It's a little commercial essentially, but whatever is expected here, I'm assuming is going to happen also here in Orlando because we're going to have the Donkey Kong Country expansion as well. So I'm pretty excited about it, especially
11/11. Oh, today's 11/11. No, in November 11th.
It's Veterans Day.
Yeah, and Skyrim's birthday.
Ryan called it Skyrim again.
Skyrim.
He always adds the U to it.
Skyrim.
I don't know why he does that.
Well, we do have like 3 more minutes. And again, it's a 10-minute Nintendo Direct. And a lot of people, as you see in the chat, are saying, Switch 2, Switch 2. They're going to be so disappointed.
Yeah.
That's kind of like, these Nintendo fans know that, but that's all. They're basically just letting people know, like, we don't give a crap about the Super Nintendo World. We just want Switch 2. And it doesn't really matter what Nintendo announces. If it's not Switch 2, then the 90% of the Nintendo fan base isn't going to care. That's don't care. Right.
It's also Chrissy Mayer's birthday. Hey, shout out and happy birthday to her.
Chrissy.
Happy birthday.
Well, so this is like, I think the second time that there's a Nintendo Direct that wasn't related to video games, kind of in a sense, because the last one that I reacted to was for the Nintendo Museum in Japan. It was also a 10-minute Direct, I believe. And this is now centered around a theme park. So they're starting to like move into different areas other than just
that's crazy, right? Seeing a Nintendo thing that has nothing to do with video games. Actually, it's all about the video games if you think about it. But what I mean is that it's not a video game product.
Yeah.
Right.
And the last time Nintendo did that was like last century. When they used to remember Nintendo used to be, I don't know if you guys know about the history of Nintendo, they used to be toy makers.
Yeah, that's all in the museum actually. They showed it. Yeah.
So
way back when.
Yeah, they're kind of going back to like not only doing video games. This is really cool.
And we
1 minute left.
We went to the Super Nintendo World in California, and it's a little smaller there.
You get a taste of it. But you know what's cool,
really,
Dan?
The theming is incredible. Go ahead, Krista.
Yeah, for those who don't know, and also Dan that doesn't know, so at Nintendo World, if you want, you can get a wristband, right? That's like a Nintendo one, and you can interact with the blocks there, like in Mario when you hit it, and it makes the sound, and you collect points that you can add to your Nintendo Switch, so it's interactive.
Oh yeah, there are those coins. That's what they are.
Yeah, you get.
I never used them. You get coins when you buy games too.
Exactly, yeah. So it's really interactive in that sense where you can at least like connect it with your Nintendo Switch by adding the points.
My brother has been to the original one in Japan. The
that
original
is awesome.
Nintendo World in Japan.
Ooh. Well, he has to go see this one now, Donkey Kong Country expansion.
Yeah.
That's happening here.
So this is only supposed to be about a 10-minute presentation, correct, Krista?
Yes, sir. It's happening now.
Here we go. Well, not yet, right?
Well, it's 5 now, so Nintendo.
Okay. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Get
Should I
ready.
Refresh? Sure. Oh, here we go.
こんにちは、宮本です。 今回はここユニバーサル・スタジオ・ジャパンの
You guys
ス
hear
ー
it?
パー・ニンテンドー・ワールドからお届けします。2021年3月にオープンして以来、世界中からたくさんの方々に来ていただいて、スーパーマリオの世界を全身で体験いただいています。本当にありがとうございます。今日はこのスーパー・ニンテンドー・ワールドに新しいエリアができたので、世界で初めてご紹介したいと思います。まずはその入り口までダッシュで行ってみましょう。じゃあ行きましょう。
He's wearing the Donkey Kong shirt.
Dan, don't you want to go? Don't you want to go, Dan?
Yes.
All right, we're gonna head to the
Wanna
Donkey
go.
Kong.
With
The
Shigeru
fact-
Miyamoto.
やっと追いつきました。ここはスーパー・ニンテンドー・ワールドの1階にあるショップ、ワンナップ・ファクトリーの前です。そしてこの奥に新しいエリアの入り口ができました。マリオのエリアのスーパーマリオランドからこの先に広がるドンキーコングの世界。さあどんなエリアになっていると思いますか？それでは行ってみましょう。さあ入り口から入ると、このマリオのブロックの世界から岩肌、
Transforming.
The
ジャン
tunnel.
グルっぽくなってきましたね。
That is
Transforming
cool.
to a jungle. The
Hola.
Donkey Kong jungle.
ドンキーコングのあのリズム、ジャングルビートが聞こえてきました。
The music.
ここが新エリア、
Oh.
Look at
ドン
that.
キーコングカントリーです。
Wow.
ドンキーコングたちが住むジャングルの世界が広が
You're
っています。
literally in Donkey Kong
あち
country.
らに見えるのは
Music.
ドンキーコングの家。そし
His
て
treehouse.
その奥にそびえるのは黄金の神殿です。
The smoke.
実際に見るとこんな巨大な神殿だったんですね。黄金が眩しく輝いています。では早速エリアの中を探検していきましょう。メインのアトラクション以外にもいくつかの秘密の場所があります。あちらの方からコンガの音が聞こえてきましたよ。行ってみまし
Listen
ょ
to
う。
that music.
Yeah.
ここで
Oh,
は
they're
ドンキ
gonna
ー
have
コングのリズムを
drums.
使ったアクティビティをプレイできます。今聞こえているこのリズムに合わせてコンガを叩いてください。3人で一緒にプレイするので、今日はドンキーコングカントリーのクルーの2人にも協力をしてもらってます。3人でクリアを目指します。チームワークで頑張りましょう。
All
さあ、
right.
このライトに合わせて
This is
コンガを
great.
叩きます。
Oh, it's so cool. So this is an interactive game within the park.
Yep. Look at
Look at the lights.
Miyamoto. Miyamoto's so awesome.
Oh,
ランディが出てきました。
Remy!
That's awesome.
さあ、チームワークがうまくいったみたいで、次に行きましょう。はい。このエリアの中にはこちらのような
Just like in the game.
文字が書かれたプレートがあり
You
ます。
collect
That's
the
a
ladder.
span.
これは K
Your
です
wristband.
ね。さあ、残り
Hey,
は
for
何でしょうね
Krista.。
文字を見つけたら、この新しい
There it is,
ドンキーコング
Dan.
のパワー
The
アップバンドを
wristband.
かざし
Uh-huh,
て、
yeah. Oh, it's the same sound effect.
Yep.
はい。これはスーパー・ニンテンドー・ワールドのアプリ上でも記録されてます。
Oh, there we go. You collect them.
これ以外にもパワーアップワードを使って発見できるたくさんの秘密があるので、皆さんで探してみてく
Shigeru
ださい。も
Miyamoto also started as a toy
ちろん
maker.
マリオたちのパワーアップワード
Look
も
at
使います
the
よ。
cute Donkey
He's riding his
Kong.
lane.
He's right. He's right in
次に行
the
きましょう。
home with this. He's right
Yeah.
at home with all
突
this.
然ですが問題です。
Shakes?
ドンキーコングの好きな食べ物といえば何でしょう？
Bananas.
Banana.
そうです。バナナです。このお店ジャングルビートシェイクではバナナの味のフードを用意しました。
There's gonna be shakes.
ドンキーコングが樽を投げて割れる瞬間をイメージした DK
おー
クラッシュサンデ
That's old school
ー。
artwork.
そしてお腹が減ったらスペシャルなホットドッグ DK ワイルドドッグです。
Hot dog.
You know,
アボカド
Krista's
のソ
happy.
ー
She
スが
sees
ぴったり
food.
です。
Yeah, but the American
ど
version's
ちら
gonna
も
be
このエリア
different.
でし
We
か
already
買
know
うことは
that.
できませ
This
ん
is。the Japanese food.
では次に行ってみましょ
They're gonna Americanize it
はい
here.
I'm
う。
sure
こちら
the
は
chat
ド
will be
ンキ
very
ーコングの
mature
家で
about
す。
that.
Young Out Treehouse.
ごめんください。
The bananas.
Yeah.
すっごいバナナの山ですね。これ一日で食べるんですかね。すごい食欲でね。あ、ドンキーコン
Oh
グ。
no!
ドンキ
Be
ーコングが来てく
careful!
れました。
Need him.
元気にしてた？
Oh,
my
this is
gosh!
scary.
He's huge.
どうですか？このジャングルの住み心地は。おお。聞いてるみたいです。
How do they
ラーニング
He
の
got
絶好
the
調ですね。じゃあ
mascot.
ドンキーコングここで一緒に
That's
写真を撮ろうよ。
impressive because that's a hell of a
That's
suit.
very impressive.
Diddy?
It's a
Look at that suit.
huge suit.
Wow.
Dang.
The bending of the arms probably remotely
は
operated.
い、
I
ここ
don't
で
know.
はドンキー
Just
コ
a
ングと
guess.
記念写真が撮れます。
No one
That's
has that
crazy.
long, such long arms.
じゃあまた後でね。さあ、次に来
Funky.
たのは
Funky
ドンキーコング
Kong.
カントリーのショップ。ゲームの
Everybody
枠
loves
でも見た
Funky
ことのあ
Kong.
る
Everybody.
ファンキーコングのフライ&バイです。
Flying by.
Oh, I want
世界中で
some.
ここにしかないドンキーコングのグッズを販売していま
That's
す。
awesome.
ゲームの中ではファンキーコン
Is that
グ
the
がいろん
gift
な
shop?
お助けアイテムを紹介してくれるお店なんですが、皆さんもお
Funky.
気に入りのグッズを探してみてください。
It is.
それでは次に行ってみましょう。
Okay, so that's a gift shop. Nice.
やっと黄金の神殿に着きました。
Ooh, the ride.
この神殿の中にドンキーコングカントリーのライドアトラクションがあります。ドンキーコングといえば暗闇を走り抜けるトロッコですね。トロッコに乗ってジャングルを豪快に駆け抜ける冒険に出発しますよ。では中に入ってみましょう。
I'm excited for this.
Remember, Krista, when we played that stage?
Yeah.
ここに大きなシャトがありますね。
Oh my god.
おかしいな、ドンキーコングが先に行ったんでしょうか。
What does
と
that
りあえず
mean?
この足跡を追いかけましょ
It just leads you. Oh, it's
I want to play
interactive.
Donkey
too.
Kong
う。
Country
神殿の
now.
中に入ってきましたね。
Everything's gold. Look at that.
さあ、進んで
Miyamoto's
き
the
ました。
best.
日がありますね。何かみんなでバナナを大事そうにしてますね。
The banana.
特別なバナナなんですかね。
He's a legit
Everything's
toy maker.
detailed.
Yeah.
He
ここにも別の壁画がありますね。
Oh, look at that.
なんか
yeah.
見覚えがありますね。
This is the
Yeah.
original.
Yeah,
This
the
is
Yeah.
OG
the
Donkey
original.
Kong. Yeah.
The arcade.
あれ？何か話し声が聞こえてきますね。
Nani?
フランキーコングとスコークスが
Cranky
Oh, you can
何か
hear
話してますよ。
them.
この先のトロッコに乗ってゴールデンテンプルから貴族を追っ払いゴールデンバナナを守ってくれ。
Never heard his voice in
ゴー
Japanese
ルデン
before.
バナナを守れるかはお前
Oh,
たち
they're
に
gonna have that here.
皆さん聞きましたか？どうやらさっきの壁画のバナナがゴールデンバナナみたいですね。この神殿に敵族が攻め込んできて大変なことになってるみたいです。
Oh,
さあみんなでゴールデンバナナを守りに行きましょう。先へ急ぎましょう。はい、ト
Ooh,
ロッ
there
コの
they
乗り
are.
場に着きました。ここから敵トンからゴールデンバナナを守る冒険に出発します。さあ実際に乗るとどんな感じでしょうか。
Roller
ほんの
coaster.
少しだけですがその様子もご覧ください。
Here we
It's
go.
kind
Hi.
of Japanese.
Oh,
トロ
the
little-
ッコ
point
が
of
ス
view.
タートしました。
Look at
Here we
that.
go.
デクシーコングが何か言ってますね。
Dixie Kong.
See. Oh gosh, it's a
さあ
roller
ここから
coaster.
神殿の頂上
Krista,
まで
will you
登っ
ride
ていき
this
ます
roller
よ。
coaster,
I have to
Krista?
go on it. I know.
You're not a
I
roller
have to.
coaster person.
Here we go. You go through the
Doesn't like
barrel.
roller
に入っていきます。
The barrel cannon.
Oh, that's not so bad.
今日お見せできるのはここま
They
でです。
don't want to give
Oh,
away.
they
all they're
show.
gonna
レールを飛び越え
show.
た
All
り
they're gonna show.
スピード感あふれる冒険をぜひ実際に体験してみてください。コースターはちょっと苦手という人にもおすすめです
Oh,
よ。
me.
ぜひ家族みんなで楽しんでください。
Okay. Okay, I thought he was gonna say something.
いかがでした
So
で
it's
しょう
probably
か。
very tame.
ドンキーコングは
Yeah, yeah,
今から
probably.
40年以上前に私が初めて作ったアーケードゲームのキャラクターとしてデビューしました。それ以
That's
降
right.
ドンキーコングは新しいゲーム機が出るたびに進化をしてきました。最初は 2D のドット画で始まったんですけれども、スーパーファミコンではレンダリング動画に、そして任天堂64では 3D へと進化してきました。そして今回は才能あふれるユニバーサルクリエイティブの皆さんの手によってドンキーコングの世界を現実の世界に作っていただき、リアルに体験できるようになりました。ではここでユニバーサル・スタジオ・ジャパンさんから社長 CEO のボニエさんにご登場いただきましょう。
Yay.
Konnichiwa. Hello to everyone watching Nintendo Direct. I am JL Bonnier from Universal Studios Japan. Thanks to the strong relationship between Universal Studios and Miyamoto-san and the wonderfully talented people at Nintendo, Super Nintendo World has made countless number of people super energized since its opening. And now I'm very happy to be able to announce the opening date of the new world first ever area based on the world of Donkey Kong. Donkey Kong Country will be opening on December 11th, 2024.
Soon.
And with the opening of the new area, Super Nintendo World will power up and make people even more super energized. We look forward to seeing you here.
Dang, before Epic.
2024年のスーパーニンテンドーワールドはマリオの世界に加えてドンキーコングの世界も一緒に楽しむことができるようになります。さらに来年2025年にはアメリカ・フロリダ州オーランドユニバーサルエピックユニバースにもマリオの世界とドンキーコングの世界を両方楽しめるスーパーニンテンドーワールドがオープンします。まずはユニバーサル・スタジオ・ジャパンでドンキーコングたちとこの壮大なジャングルでお待ちしていますので、ぜひ遊びに来てください。
That's awesome. That is so cool.
Wow.
There you go.
What's the chat saying?
Are you excited, Krista?
Nintendo Switch 2? No.
Nintendo Switch 2.
Nintendo Switch 2.
8 p.m. Laughing Man. 8 p.m. Central is when I'll be going live for CobraCast.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So yeah, this looks awesome. The theming looks on point. I love how you go from the Super Nintendo world and then it slowly kind of moves into Donkey Kong Country. The theming is on point. Yeah. The music, everything that Star Wars Land isn't, this thing is. And it's very much authentic to Donkey Kong Country.
Krista, could you refresh the page so we see the chat summary, the AI chat summary? What's the chat saying?
Oh, it went away.
Oh, it went away.
Oh, it went away.
Yeah. You can go back into the stream.
It probably would have been like the chat wants
Where's the Switch 2?
Yeah. Yeah. So this is opening December 11th in 2024. So very soon.
Krista.
What?
Laughing Man has a question.
When are we going to Japan? Disney? I want to go to Japan Universal first. Yeah, I'd love to. What up, Laughing Man? And we did get this. Don't show Beardo Donkey Kong's banana stash. Thank you so much for the 2. Dan, as someone who's never been to a theme park, does this really make you want to go?
Oh, absolutely, because it's Donkey Kong. Yeah. I want to see just because it's Donkey Kong. I don't. It's like experiencing.
He meant Universal. Laughing Man did so.
Oh, thank you. Yes.
Okay. Yeah. It's like seeing that sort of stuff, Super Nintendo World, and now Donkey Kong Country. It's like as if those memories of your childhood now are something tangible that you can touch and play with and ride. That interact with.
That's
absolutely awesome.
Did you ever think that Nintendo would do something like this, where you can go to a theme park? When you were a kid playing games?
Yeah, I never thought about that. As soon as they announced Nintendo World, I knew they were going to do something with those Donkey Kong Country stages with the cart mines. I knew it. That's gotta be a roller coaster or something like that. That was an obvious one that I saw coming. But the park itself, it's like crazy. Never.
Absolutely. Jeremy, what do you think?
Well, I mean, it makes me want to go back and play the Donkey Kong Country games, which are obviously some of the best games ever, especially the first one. The first one has a ton of nostalgia for me. And that's what a theme park that is based off of something else is supposed to do. It's supposed to make you kind of get reinvested in whatever it is, or if you're not interested in it, it's supposed to make you interested in it. And that's what Super Nintendo World does. That's what Universal does very well. That's something Disney used to do very well. And they've obviously failed in that in recent years, and Universal's taking full advantage of that. As a person that's not a big Harry Potter person, I went to the Harry Potter world and I'm like, dude, this is incredible. I have to see what this is all about. And so it made me kind of want to go revisit those Harry Potter movies from a different perspective, and I love them. That's what this does. So for the people that love Donkey Kong Country, you're going to get what you're looking for. For people that don't know much about it, it's going to make you interested in it. Johnny Wisman says, Jeremy, can you please react to this awesome Donkey Kong YouTube video called DKC Return to Crocodile Island? Not right now, because we're keeping this on point for this discussion with the theme park. We're not going to be here very long, but I could check it out later, though, for sure.
Thank you, Johnny. And for my question, animated short. If you mean the one on my channel, I'm probably going to do a short on this. Thank you. And we have Mike Hill. Thank you so much for the member message. Says now I'm hyped for the one in Orlando.
Next
as
year.
am I.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So for those that are watching, next year, well, currently right now in Universal Orlando, they are doing their Epic Universe expansion, which is going to be bigger than both Islands of Adventure and Universal Studios right now. It's going to be this massive expansion, and it's going to destroy. I don't know if it's going to destroy Disney. It's definitely going to put Disney in a really bad position. And Super Nintendo World is one of the pieces of that puzzle. And correct me if I'm wrong, Krista, but I think that Super Nintendo World in Universal Orlando is going to be the biggest Super Nintendo World. It's going to be bigger than Japan. It's going to be bigger than California, right? That's going to be the biggest one that they've done.
Usually it is, but it looks like it might be the same as the one in Japan.
Okay.
Just obviously, like I was trying to get into that. So I think there's going to be different foods. That's the thing. Because usually Japan has different foods that they cater to. Like, here we cater to the Americans.
Yeah.
So we finally got to see, because we knew this was coming. We knew that we were going to get a Donkey Kong Country area, and we just didn't get to see like what entirely it was going to have. So I was really happy to see the transformation in the pipe, seeing the rocks and the bricks and all. Also, my biggest question was, were we going to, and here was the food, that they're going to cater to the people in Japan too. I don't think we're going to get any of that. Personally.
Yeah.
But I was like, are you going to be able to meet Donkey Kong? That's what I wanted to know.
This is really
That's
interesting.
crazy.
You meet him in his house. That's so awesome.
That is crazy. Look at that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thomas, thank you so much for the member message. This case for Krista, still no Switch 2. Such teasers.
Bro, not in my wildest dreams I could imagine. You can have the opportunity to meet just giant monkey, this giant gorilla.
It's crazy.
Yeah, you could tell Miyamoto's having
like
a lot of fun.
3 meters tall.
And I don't want to go too far down the rabbit hole, but like, can we just appreciate that this is based purely on love for the franchise? No BS, no pandering, no nothing. It's like, here's this thing based off this property you love. Here it is in the real life form, and we're trying to honor that and appreciate that, and that's all people are looking for, man.
Everything,
that's
like the music, like the characters, the products, and then you go, as you mentioned, a Galaxy's Edge, and it has nothing to do with Star Wars. You're walking around, you're like, where can I get like a Darth Vader doll or something? Sorry, it doesn't.
Chris is gonna be wearing that. Go back up. Chris is gonna be wearing that Donkey Kong thing right there.
The hat?
Yes, 100%.
I want the headband.
You're gonna be wearing.
It's kind of creepy though. It feels like you killed him and you're wearing his skin.
We'll send it to Dan. We'll buy one and send it to Dan.
Yes, I would actually love that.
There you go. No, but I'm truly excited. I'm gonna be there on opening day, the one here at Epic Universe in Orlando, in May. It's opening in May. I'm really excited. Me and Ivan actually are gonna be there on opening day. So stay tuned for a live stream. Stay tuned for videos. Stay tuned for shorts. Whatever you expected to see in this video that we just reacted to, we're gonna have here. Except for, as I mentioned, the food. It's probably gonna be different, of course. But yeah.
So somebody says, is there going to be a Super Metroid area there?
I was gonna ask you guys, what area do you guys think is gonna be next?
So
probably Zelda, right?
I hate to say this because it pains me, because I love the Metroid franchise so much, and Metroid Dread is one of my favorite
I know what
games.
You're gonna say.
Metroid just doesn't have the following that would justify it being represented here. Like, there's not enough fandom around it. Like, Metroid Dread, I think, is the best-selling Nintendo or Metroid game ever, and it only sold like 3 million copies, 4 million copies, and you think like, man, that's a lot of copies. Not when like Zelda and Mario are selling 25 million copies.
Yeah.
So as much as I love Metroid, it just does not, as Cam Man said, it doesn't move the needle in the same way, and that's the sad reality of it. I wish Metroid did turn the needle more. But yeah, like something like Luigi's Mansion would be incredible. Like to have Luigi's Mansion to kind of play off like a haunted mansion.
Yeah.
Kind of like how Magic Kingdom has. That would be incredible.
I will say, so Jet made a really great point. So when I went to the one in California, and like it's there, you can spot Pikmin around the Mario section. So there's not to say that maybe there will be like a Metroid a little hidden Metroid somewhere,
Potentially,
like,
yeah. It just won't be a
like
full-on
within the
themed
land.
land, though.
That's what I
be.
think. But yes, if they were gonna make another expansion of something related to Nintendo, it has to be Zelda.
Has to be
I mean,
Zelda.
It has to
Yeah.
be. It's huge. It's massive. There's a huge fan base,
Yep.
and can you imagine walking around Hyrule and seeing like the castle?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, they could literally just make an entire these are themed lands within a bigger theme park. That's what Super Nintendo World is. They could make an entire theme park
Of just
a la
Nintendo.
Disney,
Yeah.
like based off Nintendo if they wanted.
Absolutely.
But I don't know if we're going to get to that point, but they could if they wanted to.
I mean, the
They
same
could.
thing goes for Harry Potter, right? The fact that they, collaborated with Universal when they could just make their own, just as is. But no, I mean, still, I mean, it's great that we're getting these regardless.
Yeah,
But
but it
overall
seems
thoughts?
it's going that direction, man. It's I definitely feel like we're witnessing something historical here. The same way like your great grandma might talk about, hey, I saw Walt Disney coming up. I saw all those parks being built. I think we're witnessing something similar to that here. It's something that we're gonna tell our grandkids about. Hey, I saw it starting.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
So
Overall thoughts,
I'm
Jeremy?
very happy with it. Very much looking forward to what the reaction will be, and then obviously we're going to get this here in Orlando, and so that's what Park Hoppin's here for, to cover stuff like this. And I'm happy we were able to do this. Good job, Krista, getting this together and demanding me and Dan show up. We didn't even have she didn't even give us an option. You will show up.
She threatened us.
Yeah, very, very
Yeah,
mean.
she threatened our lives.
Yeah.
Thank you for being here, though. Dan, what's your overall thoughts before we close out?
Really cool. I hope to see more expansions. Definitely, I would definitely love to see a Zelda one.
Yeah.
I'm cheering for these guys. They're the last bastion of entertainment in the world. And by that I mean the East, the Japan and stuff. It's crazy. It's like going back to the 80s. Japan entertainment scene. It's like going back to the 80s when it was just that. It was just entertainment with no strings attached. So yeah, really cool. I love it.
That's true too.
Pokemon Land, yeah.
That's another huge one for sure. All right. Well, thank you all so much. Thank you guys. And just a reminder that Jeremy is going to be going live on CobraCast. You said at 8 p.m.
Central.
Eastern?
Yeah. So about
Central.
about 3.5 hours from now.
Okay, 8 p.m. Central. And we're going to be going live on Geeks Gamers playing Fall Guys with the Locals members. So if you are a Locals member, you can join us tonight playing Fall Guys at 9 p.m.
We'll be
Eastern.
live on the Play channel, though. We'll be live, so everybody's available to watch. So
that's right. And and
Laughing Man's going to send us all to Universal Japan, it looks like. So I'll be I'll talk to him about it. He should be getting his merch here pretty soon. So I got some merch going out. So
awesome.
He's gonna take it to Japan in exchange for merch.
Yeah, I like that deal.
Nice.
I like that deal.
All right. Well, thank you all so much for being here in the chat. We had 300 people. It's insane. And also thanks to those who donated and even to the lurkers. Thank you for being here. And thank you guys again. And we'll see you all on the next one on Park Hoppin'. Peace, guys.
Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank